Take it from me as someone who's had 100 plus credit cards in your lifetime. You do not need 100 credit cards to be successful in credit cards, points, miles, travel, or anything like that. Instead, today we're going to focus on the 5 types of credit cards you need in order to be successful with achieving all of the goals that you have for yourself, your family, and knocking stuff off of the bucket list. If you stick around to the end, there even may be a bonus card. But again, let's get right into it. This is my rendition of the only 5 credit cards you need to have in your wallet. First off, I want to start with category 1, which is the everyday or the MVP credit card. For me, this is the Citi Strata Premier at $95 annual fee. It comes with 3 points per dollar on just about every category that you're spending every time you leave your house. And anything else is 1 point per dollar after that. Everyone needs to have an MVP card in their wallet where this is their default card in things like Apple Pay or Samsung Pay or Google Pay, or even right as you approach the grocery store or some of these other transactions that you're doing regularly throughout your week, you need to have your MVP card by your side in your wallet, in your physical wallet, in your mobile wallet, etc. For me, Citi Strata Premier, without a doubt. Card number 2 you need to have in your wallet is the special occasion credit card. The title is just that, right? For me, this card is the Capital One Venture X personal or business credit card. This comes in at $395 annual fee. And of course, you get a $300 travel credit. You get 2 points per dollar on every single purchase because when you're out, I believe, right? So when you're out celebrating, whatever that may be, holidays especially coming up now, you don't have to worry about, am I maximizing this purchase? Instead, your primary focus at that time should be spending times with your loved ones, friends, family, etc. Don't worry about maximization. Don't worry about anything like that. Instead, just go have a good time. So that's why for me, I pick the Capital One Venture X business or personal credit card. Additionally, with Capital One, you do receive access into their experiences portal. Now, I've talked about in the past how I had the goal of attending all 30 Major League Baseball stadiums. I've completed that, y'all. I'm so happy to have done that. A big reason why I was able to do that is with the Capital One experiences portal. I was able to spend 10,000, 5,000 miles on Major League Baseball tickets for some really cool seats at some amazing stadiums that helped me, reach my bucket list item there. In addition to having sports events, so Major League Baseball being one of those, Washington Wizards and the Washington hockey team, it's slipping my mind right now, the Capitals, excuse me, they also have experiences from a sports perspective. Outside of that, there's always going to be culinary, entertainment type things, and sometimes there's even, I'll say, art and musical type events as well. These are curated experiences by Capital One, where sometimes it includes things like restaurant tastings or dinner and a show or what have you. So this is why, another reason why the Capital One Venture X is my special occasion credit card. You can use it for things like those experiences. Then, right, if you need a hotel or a rental car or a flight, you can use that $300 travel credit and put that to use as well for a rebate. And then for anything else, right, if it's travel related, you can use your points to erase any of those travel charges as well. So Capital One Venture X, everyone needs a special occasion credit card. Right now, the Capital One Venture X credit card does have an elevated sign-up bonus, y'all. And shameless plug, if you're interested in that card or want to see if you're pre-approved for that card, use my referral link down in the description box below. And hopefully you get a pre-approval here. But everyone needs a special occasion credit card, regardless if it's the Capital One Venture X, personal, business, or otherwise. This is a card that I just like to say is mindless. You go out, have your good time, and you don't have to worry about it. Let me take a minute before going into cards 3 through 5 here and ultimately just say this video was inspired by my love for tequila, spirits, and just the credit card community overall. A lot of creators have done this type of video before. Let me know if you find interest in this. I'm not trying to give specific cards. I'm just showing what I like to use for my core five, but I'm trying to give you categories of things so you can start thinking about things on a more macro level for your personal experience. You absolutely can get away with having just one or two credit cards, but I wanted to just kind of, take this from the whiskey and tequila world and showcase, right? These are the five best, categories as we think about that. I did do a full live stream where I talked about the five best tequilas as well. If you're interested in that video, I'll go ahead and link that above here as well. Card number 3. I like to call this category the dynamic duo. So going back to your everyday card or your MVP card, right? You need to have a Robin to Batman. You need to have a peanut butter to jelly. And if you're allergic to peanut butter, I, I can't think of another analogy right now. But nevertheless, dynamic duo. For me, this card is the $0 City Strata card. It is white, and it used to be called the City Rewards Plus credit card. Here's why it's the dynamic duo. It's the perfect sidekick to my everyday MVP, my City Strata Premier. Right now, until July of 2026, I receive a 10% points rebate on all of the City Thank You points I use up to 100,000 points per year. My last year using this will be next year in 2026. So for now, I'm making sure that I'm putting my MVP card into use regularly for my everyday purchases like grocery, EV charging, travel, and even supermarkets as well, if I didn't mention that. Because I want to make sure that I have 100,000 City Thank You points. So when I am ready to deploy those in 2026, I will get my final rebate of 10% back from City. So have yourself a dynamic duo card that it doesn't have to be in the same class as your everyday or your MVP card like mine is. I have 2 City cards. It can absolutely be a combination of maybe it's a City Strata Premier and it's a, I don't know, Wells Fargo Active Cash. Maybe it's, something like that. But all in all, it's always good to have a sidekick, and that's why mine is the City Strata card at $0 annual fee. Card number 4. I call this category the showboat. I don't know. Again, this concept came from tequila whiskey. So if you've seen any of those types of videos with the 5 best whiskeys or the 5 best tequilas that you need to have, showboat is kind of what I came up with for category number 4. For me, I said this is any American Express credit card because they have cool designs, whether it's the American Express Personal Platinum with the legacy design with the crayon or the flowers, or now you can look at yourself in the mirror if need be, or even the rose and the white gold cards. So these cards will cost you anywhere from $395 to just about $895, which is insane. But nevertheless, showboat card has to go to American Express. But other cards come to mind as well. Let me know down in the comments what your showboat card is. I'm genuinely interested to see, how you guys would answer these categories here that we're laying out. Last but not least is the hidden gem. Category 5 is hidden gem. For me, this is the Discover It credit card, y'all, at a $0 annual fee. This card offers a double cashback match in your first year. If you use a referral link, you also will receive $100 from using your friend, family, or my referral link down in the description box below. And even that referral will be doubled in the first year as well. So that $100 becomes $200 of cashback. A hidden gem credit card ultimately is one that is easy to get approved for. There's not usually a lot of headaches associated with it. And I like to even say a lot of people would consider it an entry-level credit card. The Discover It, for example, I think is the perfect card because it does offer a 0% APR offer for a number of months while you have it in that first year. And then usually if you call into Discover, right, if you've had them for a number of years, they'll actually give you an additional 0% offer or even I'll say a lower interest rate offer, even after that first year period. With that double cash back, y'all, you can do things like purchase points and miles. You can do things like invest in your Roth or brokerage or other investment account. But do the spending you're going to do normally, pay it off over 12 months. So for me, I like to put my homeowner's insurance or some of my larger expenses on that up front. I lock in that discount with that provider, and then I pay myself or I pay Discover whatever that amount is divided by 12. So I lock in that discount and then I'm getting double cash back as well. So I could even just, take the cash and put it towards my balance if I wanted to at the end of the year. But all in all, definitely make sure you use a referral link. It doesn't even have to be mine, y'all. Grab someone in your family, grab one of your friends' referral link, and get yourself a double cashback offer for that as well. Okay. Last but not least, I mentioned there would be a wild card, and that's what I'm calling this last category number 6, and that is the Rakuten card. At a $0 annual fee, this card allows you to earn membership rewards points, which is American Express's points currency. Now, these points, once you have them, they can be used for things like hotels. They can be used for things like the American Express travel portal. And who am I to tell you how to use your points? I like to use them for travel experiences, etc. But hell, if you're interested in using these for gift cards, cash back, cashing them out and putting them into your investment account, good for you. I am glad that that's how you want to use your points. So everyone needs to have a wild card. And to me, a wild card does not need to have an annual fee, y'all. So the $0 annual fee Rakuten credit card, and it comes in 2 designs. I personally got the purple, and it's pretty sleek, if I must say so myself. These are all cards that I actually hold in my portfolio. Let me know if it makes sense for me to maybe do a different video where I do the same categories with cards that I don't actually have or haven't had. I've had over 110 credit cards at this point, but absolutely more than happy to do this video once more with cards that I aspire to get or cards that I hope to circle around the block and get. Thank you so much for your time. Remember, during this holiday season, please be extra kind to your folks at Clear, pre-TSA, flight attendants, etc. It is stressful for everyone. Be there early and just be extra kind. Thank you so much, y'all. I'm Key, a credit card, points and miles enthusiast and travel lover. On my channel, I discuss the mistakes I've made, my future travel goals, and overall credit journey since 2016. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.